Congratulations on getting picked to be screened as part of Friday Night Frights. Tell us a little bit about how you feel about SheBorg Massacre being part of this great initiative that people are going to be watching it during lockdown.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll help, kick a bit of the lockdown blues in the nuts and that kind of stuff. Like, it's, I only just found out about it a couple of days ago. It's pretty, I don't know, it should be pretty fun. It should be pretty cool. Like, I checked out, the cat one, and I forget the name. What's it called?
Catsick Blues?
So I don't know why I always forget the name of Catsick Blues. I checked out Catsick Blues when I was on the other week. It is a good fun thing to do while you're stuck at home with nothing but the internet to entertain you.
Definitely. Now, creative people have kind of been handling isolation very, very differently. Some have been very creative, some haven't been. How have you been finding the lockdown at the moment as a filmmaker?
Well, primarily I'm a video editor, so it's kind of almost just like life as usual, like sitting in a dark dungeon with a computer editing stuff.
Yeah.
So almost no change. We did me and some friends and the band The Mercy Kills just made a lockdown music video. So they all shot themselves doing their own individual things and what they've been doing to keep themselves sane in isolation, and sent it through to us to edit together. So like we've been keeping busy, and I've been editing Nova Star, doing a lot of the visual effects of Nova Star, which is our current film, which is still in post-production.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that a little bit later on. For those of us that are a huge fan of your films, when can we expect to see Nova Star, and where do you think it might premiere?
Well, we'll see it at some stage, and I don't know. I don't know. Apparently I was on drugs or insane or having a psychotic break when I planned this movie, because almost every single shot is a visual effects shot, and I know nothing about visual effects, so it's just going through very, very slowly.
Yeah.
It is getting done. We're shooting miniature spaceships and all that sort of stuff, and I'm slowly masking out, spending many hours masking out bodies, put space behind them and so forth.
Yeah. Now, thinking back to SheBorg, tell us a little bit about where that idea came about for you in the first place, because it is such a great film to sit down and watch, but where did that idea come from for you in the first place to make this film?
Holy cow, that's going back a while. I think we shot in 2015.
Yep.
At the end of 2015 and 2016. So my guess is I wrote it early in 2014 early in 2015 or maybe late 2014. What I mainly remember is coming up with a title. It was originally called SheBorg Massacre.
Yep.
And it's the best title for a film. I should write that. So I remember writing that, and then we couldn't really find a prison to shoot in, or something that looked like a prison to shoot in. But we did find a mate of mine knows another guy who's now a mate of mine who owned a farm that had what looked like a puppy farm on it. It was actually like old chicken coops, but we thought this looks like a really dodgy puppy farm. So then I changed the movie to SheBorg Puppy Farm Massacre, and then we dropped the puppy farm part of it because, like, they'd offended too many people, and it just became SheBorg Massacre. So yeah. It started with the title, quite literally, and I wanted to do a sci-fi.
Yeah. You did get some amazing locations. So the puppy farm was your mate's property, but where did you shoot the scenes that were supposed to be Town Hall? Because I know the exterior was that Collingwood or Richmond Town Hall, but did you actually film there as well?
We shot in Victoria Trades Hall.
Yeah.
We shot. Yeah, no, we actually shot inside. At the time we organised that, I was actually working for the Media Entertainment and Arts Alliance, who were a union, so I had a relationship with Victoria Trades Hall. Yeah. And we did a deal with them and got inside, and we actually shot it in Trades Hall. So that's why that set looks so realistic, because we were just in there.
Yeah. You did have some amazing stuff in this that looked really realistic, but also looked really good. The police car, tell us a little bit about the building of that, because we talked about it on our show today, and everyone was kind of saying that police car looked very Mad Max inspired, but looked so good on the shoot as well.
Okay, I have to shout out to Phil Hain, who's the guy who actually owns the farm where the puppy farm is. He also does demolition derby. That's one of his what he does on the weekends, and he builds cars to smash on the weekends in demolition derby. So he built that cop car for us, which is, I think, just a Commodore, just painted significantly. Phil's also the guy who actually drove it into the tree for us, which he was very, very keen to do. the car into a tree, and he was like, no, I'm going to drive it into a tree.
Yeah. You did have such a low budget, but you did manage to get some stunts like that. The car crash, of course you had the scene as well where Whitney was hanging off the side of the van. Tell us a little bit about how you go about shooting stunts like that when you're working on such a low budget.
Well, the car crashing into a tree, we just had an insane person, I mentioned it before, Phil, who was happy to drive the car into a tree, so that we just did for real. He just drove the car into a tree.
Yeah.
With Whitney doing her stunts, we got Graham John, who's a stunt rigger and coordinator, and we got him in for the day, and Whitney's actually wired onto that car.
Yeah.
And, Graham talked us through the best ways to hang off it, but otherwise the car is really driving around in circles with her hanging off the side and the back of it. She just has a harness around her waist tagged onto the back of the car somewhere, so in theory she couldn't fall off, and she didn't, so I guess that all went well.
Definitely, yeah. And I guess that leads me to ask, where did you discover Whitney as an actress? Because she's absolutely amazing in this film, but she's also got such a great on-screen presence and relationship with Daisy as well. Where did you find Whitney and where did you find Daisy for this film?
Well, yeah, it is the chemistry between Whitney and Daisy that makes the film fun to watch, and they actually became legitimate, really good friends during the pre-production, so I think that kind of shows. So that energy is really important to actually being able to enjoy and watch the film. Whitney just auditioned, and I don't know where she would have seen the casting call, but she auditioned. And Daisy, I wrote that part that she plays for Daisy, and I'd worked with Daisy on Murderdrome. She had a very, very small part in Murderdrome, but she was extremely funny, and I thought, we should put her in a bigger part. So I always knew she was going to be Eddie. So Daisy came to all the auditions that people came to for the Dylan character, which is the character Whitney plays, and then we just kind of judged on which applicant kind of had the best chemistry with Daisy on the spot. So we came across Whitney. Yeah. I don't remember where she would have seen the audition, but the first thing we would have seen from her would have been a video of some sort.
Okay. Now, the other thing that we talked about on the show today was the costuming and especially the SheBorg costuming, and also the special effects in this film. They look really, really good for such a low-budget movie. Tell us a little bit about how you went about building the costume for the SheBorg, but also about the special effects in this film as well.
Okay, well, with all of these things, I'll start with the costume. The trick with all of these things is to find somebody who's got talent and is able to do that sort of stuff rather than try to do it yourself. If I tried to do it myself, the SheBorg would have been a cardboard box, painted red or something. Yeah. It would look worse than the original Predator. So that was made by Dieter Barry of Dieter Barry Creations, and he must have been a friend of a friend, or someone recommended me to him, because I can't remember how I first met him. But he's worked on Tarnation as well, and we're actually reusing those spaceships that appear, the models of spaceships that Dieter also made. We're reusing them in Nova Star, so we're still using Dieter's stuff. But he's a professional, model maker, puppet builder. He does all sorts of work like that. So, we introduced ourselves to him and struck up a relationship. So he designed and built the SheBorg costume. And the rest of the costuming was really put together by Louise Monington, who worked on Murderdrome. She was one of the producers on Murderdrome. And that's all just stuff that was bought off eBay, op shops, and kind of mixed and matched together to create late 80s, early 90s kind of look for the costuming. Yeah. Special effects wise, I can't think of any of the special effects right now. What actually happens in a special? Anthony Hatfield, or Hatters as we call him. He's the guy to call out to. He invented for us the actual blood spray machine, which is basically a bucket with a windmill type paddle in it, which you'd feed blood into one end and just wind it up with. It was either an air compressor or hand cranked, and it just flew blood by a couple of meters. So he was always around under the camera or just off screen blasting blood or slime or whatever it is we needed from off screen onto things. So that was effectively it's nothing super sophisticated, but it was an amazing invention, the old blood spray machine. Yeah,
it looks really good on screen. And the other thing too that I know a lot of our listeners and readers at Heavy Magazine are going to be really interested in is the music in this as well. You've got such a great selection of heavy music in this film. Tell us a little bit about how you source that music.
I just asked around. Well, I do. Let me start that again with less stuttering. I've always made a lot of music videos, and I still make a lot of music videos. So I know a lot of bands around Melbourne who I've made music videos with. And honestly, I just started asking around people I know. Can you get me this? Can we use this song? I think a couple of the songs that have been used in the film are probably from bands that we've just done music videos for, and it's like, oh, do a music video, I could use your song. So that's where that all came from. And I know there's like To Kill a Mockingbird have got a song in there. I know the Mercy Kills have got a couple of songs in there. There's a whole host of bands. I'm not going to remember them. I should have studied for the test. I'm not gonna...
I was going to ask that actually. What's it like going back and revisiting it now that it's going to get another life on Friday night? Like that must be almost a little bit difficult for you as a filmmaker as well, going back and revisiting SheBorg after all this amount of time.
It's a very weird experience. I wouldn't have seen the film since we screened it when it was finished, which is a few years ago now.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll go all right. I won't cry or anything. But hopefully a lot of the other cast and crew will also be watching. So like we'll probably remind each other of stories because it was a really fun shoot. That's my main memory of the shooting SheBorg, which is how much fun everyone was having all day, every day.
Yeah.
Just jumping off the back of vans or throwing slime and blood on people and lots of fighting and stuff like that. And lots of costumes, lots of weird stuff going on. It was a really good, positive, involved group of people, and it was really fun making. So that's the main generic memory. I haven't come up with any specific antidotes yet. I'm hoping to remember what's going on.
Yeah. Well, mate, we happily sat down and watched it this week to talk about it on the show today. But what would you like to say to our listeners out there before they check out the movie on Friday night as part of Friday Fright Night?
Oh, crikey! I should have thought out sound bites. Look, if you enjoyed watching this film half as much as we enjoyed making it, then I guess we enjoyed it twice as much as you. No, but hopefully you just enjoyed it. I think it's entertaining. I think it's fun. It's obviously got its flaws, but it does some other really cool stuff, and I think it's fun and entertaining to watch. It's got a good heart.
Definitely. Well.